So before we go into today's video, please hit that subscribe button for our channel, and we thank you very much for your support.
Welcome to Chasing Answers. This is Terry, and this is the story of the spirit that followed me home from an investigation and caused chaos in my life. In July of 2019, the East Coast Spirit Chasers team took a vacation to Savannah, Georgia. We all returned home on July 19th. However, it was not until July 30th that I first noticed some activity at home. It began with the motion sensor cameras in Travis's room being triggered while Travis was not at home. I thought maybe a mouse at first, but I checked the whole area and I'm certain it was not a mouse. I did feel a shift of energy in Travis's room and a big difference in temperature at that time. During this week, I experienced numerous scratches, lots of touching, the feeling of someone spooning me as I slept. On one particular night, I even felt as if being spooned, and then someone pushing themselves under me while laying in bed. At this point, I knew it was a woman as I very clearly heard her giggle and say, "I'm up under her," as if she was talking to someone else. At this point, I elbowed back at her and told her she did not belong there and she should go back to where she came from. Pictures on my mantle were moved. I experienced someone playing with the water while I showered, making the water go from the shower to the tub spout. Generally, in order for this to happen, the water needs to be turned off. I was a nervous wreck, experiencing bouts of depression and emotional mood swings. Not yet knowing who was affecting me, I was desperate for help. In the early morning of August 9th, the day the medium and shaman were coming to cleanse my house, I fell or was pushed down the steps on the porch on my way to work and fractured my ankle. This was caught on my Ring doorbell camera. We also caught an EVP on this video saying, "I'm just a kid."
Check this EVP that says, "I'm just a kid."
Later that day, the medium and shaman came over to cleanse my house. The medium described her as a very beautiful black or African teenage girl who was in charge of cooking, and the lady of the house she worked in was evil and mistreated her. She also confirmed that she was raped by the man of the house. She told me she came from the south and described the kitchen and the cooking area. She followed me because she didn't find the light and had been lost and confused. When I came to her room, she saw my light and felt that I could help her. The medium informed me that the spirit was touching me and scratching me because she was trying to figure out if I was real. The reason the spirit pushed me was because she knew I was trying to get rid of her, and she was just following me looking for help. When trying to cross her, she at first didn't trust us. The medium had called on the spirit's grandmother to come down to greet her. The medium described the grandmother as beautiful with long braided hair. I felt the moment she crossed and questioned the medium if she was gone, who indeed confirmed that she had crossed. At this point, I felt a deep, emotional, sisterly bond with her. So, who was my ghost? Molly, a slave from the Sorrel Weed House in Savannah, Georgia. On Wednesday, July 17th, we investigated the Sorrel Weed House. Francis Sorrel built the mansion for his second wife, Matilda. When we investigated Molly's bedroom, we got lots of REM pod activity, but Molly did not communicate with us. Mr. Sam was a spirit that seemed to be protecting Molly and did not allow her to come forward. The story of Molly goes that she was a preferred slave girl who had her own bedroom in the upper level of the carriage house. On the day of Matilda's death, she could not find Molly, so she made her way to Molly's bedroom, where she found Mr. Sorrel and Molly in a compromising position. Mrs. Sorrel then went to the second floor of the mansion and jumped to her death. A few days later, Molly was found hanging from the rafters in her bedroom. Some say suicide, some say murder. Based on my adventure with Molly, her height, and the height of the rafters, I can only believe that someone was trying to keep Molly silent.